going? Oh, it
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, started weird. Welcome to the RT Podcast. I'm Trent.
I'm Ralph.
And we're here to talk about movie news and bullshit and
for you to interrupt me.
And for me to interrupt Ralph many times, remember. Just do some of that if you need to talk.
I'm good. I'll just put my hand up like that, yeah.
There you go. We actually finally saw a movie together, so that will be the grand finale. So, keep your taints wet.
Exactly. And if you have seen La La Land, which we saw, comment down below what you thought. Because I've heard a lot of good things, but some people are like, since it's like the big thing, everyone has to shit on it.
Shit on
the most since it's pop like the popular
like
indie,
Boyhood got shat on about. My dad had nothing substantive to say against Boyhood. All he said was, I don't think they needed to use the same child actors all the way through. I mean, who would have told the difference? I'm like, that was the whole point.
That's the fucking point.
Wow, you have the actual fucking CD. Ralph has the CD to La La
I told you
Land. That's fucking awesome.
I know.
That looks sexy.
Support physical media.
Thank you. I agree. Yeah. Support physical media. Fuck Spotify. Fuck Pandora. Actually, Pandora I have a lot of nostalgia for, but fuck Spotify.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. Rip the music. Download it illegally. And then refer it to people who have money. And then when you have money, buy it. But listen to the music. Know the name of the fucking song you're listening to. Is this bullshit? I feel like I'm morally superior in a morally not superior in a less shitty moral place. Yeah. Downloading it illegally and actually knowing it and giving a shit and showing it to people. And one day when I have fucking money, buying it, rather than this, giving them half a fucking penny's taint for every every 1,000 plays. I heard from independent artists you have to join Spotify to survive, but Spotify gives you fucking dog shit on the dollar. It's just bullshit.
But you kind of have to though, because
they have to. Exactly. That's all. People only listen. That
and you
get
you get some revenue in iTunes, but not a lot.
Because
people don't buy a lot on iTunes, so
yeah, and you can always get a discount somewhere else, and iTunes got 29 cents more expensive for every song, so fuck that.
What is it now? It's $129?
$129 for almost everything, right? Yeah. Remember before it was one of the most popular songs? Now it's if it's a popular artist, all his songs are that. Mm-hmm. And then if it's a very indie thing, they'll let it be 99 cents.
Yeah.
But and it's weird how, and iTunes does some bullshit. I think iTunes should get into the mixtape arena and let people release mixtapes for free on iTunes. Where you have to go to Hot New Hip Hop or wherever and download it there.
I can see that.
But I'll see exactly. But Chance the Rapper will release a mixtape, right? And then it'll be on iTunes for money 5 years later, and you're like, what the fuck?
Maybe you can
you could still download it for free online.
Exactly.
So somebody would feel pissed off if they paid for it.
Yeah, maybe you can kind of give it what you want
that would be awesome. I love that.
Give what you can give,
That's what Bandcamp does. I don't know if you've ever done that. Basically, I got super scared. I was trying to find this one guy, very weird, named Car Seat Headrest is his band. It's just him, though. And, I was trying to, legally download all his albums. I couldn't find him anywhere. And then I go, fine. I go to Bandcamp. I'm fine. I might have to buy one for once. And then it said, whatever amount you want. And so I put in 0 and it said you can download it digitally. You don't get the album with it. I'm fuck it, hey, yes.
That's hilarious.
I got all his albums but his first 4, which was cool. He called it 1, 2, 3, 4, and they reached the amount of dollars of the number.
So how much do you pay to get the album artwork?
No, you get the album artwork too. It was just something I guess he would just let you donate however much. Maybe you got something a little extra. So I got the fucking music.
So he's trying to guilt you basically.
I got 8, and then the last 4 he's charging, and I'm that's cool. And he pretty much put all those songs into other albums anyway. So I was fuck it, I don't need those. But what's funny is the first 4 albums are pictures of car seat headrests. 1, 2, 3, 4. The guy's fucking awesome. But I have too much of his music now. He has 16-minute songs. I'm what the fuck am I gonna do with these? But yeah, I enjoy him.
You wanna get into the first topic?
Yeah, let's get into the first topic. John Ralphio.
John Ralphio.
Steve-O.
Steve Harrington from Stranger Things. But
you have to know those to get the reference. You need to know 2 shows to laugh at that joke. Yeah. Get on our knowledge level.
They're pretty popular.
Get on our pop culture level.
They've been watched.
Parks and Rec in a sort of cult way, though, right? It barely got the viewers. It was like Community of The Office, where it barely survived, had the hiatuses, however you say that word, plural.
Well, quickly, the first season was
6 episodes.
6 episodes, yeah. But it was only on because they canceled another comedy and they wanted to put something on the air.
And it's supposed to be The Office spinoff. Did you ever hear the story about how they want to connect it with the printer?
Yes. Yeah.
That was fucking hilarious. Look that up. It's awesome stuff. If you love Parks and Rec, that show had a soul. Season 7 with Leslie and Ron. That was, I can still watch that and choke up. Like
I still do.
That was beautiful. And I downloaded the song "Buddy" by Willie Nelson. It's one of the most. That song boils down friendship and relationships. It's just beautiful.
And the song about the horse.
The song about the horse is just. No, I was with Ben. Thank God. If Ben wasn't in that show, I would have gotten pissed off.
What's the horse? Or the pony, or whatever the fuck it is.
I can't remember his name. Or Chris Pratt.
Little Sebastian.
Little Sebastian, thank you. Like,
when they played that song at the concert,
I know they did. Like, what's his name? Like, Ryan Gosling in La La Land. But, yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for Ben in Parks and Rec going, guys, when he finally said, like, I get it now, and then he looks at the camera and goes, no. I'm like, thank you. Because I was about to go, is everybody fucking this is stupid.
I know.
So I was able to still laugh at it because there's so many, like, you need that one person in on the joke with you. Got a little cheesy at the end, but you wanted them to have the happiest lives. So you're like, fuck it, Jerry's the mayor forever. Mayor.
That was perfect.
Jerry's like the dictator mayor of, sorry, I hit the desk. That was me.
It's fine.
But, yeah. Sorry.
But our first topic. R.I.P. Carrie Fisher. R.I.P. Princess Leia.
Well, I want to give Ralph props, and maybe the internet yelled at him. Okay. But he called that she was going to fucking die. Like, I looked at that, I was like, I don't give a shit. Her lip was fucking disgusting in Star Wars Episode 8. I could not tear my eyes away. It was like a
lip?
Yeah, she had like a herpes scar on her lip. Like cleft mouth. She looked like those babies that eat their own hands and faces.
I have chapped lips right now.
I have chapped lips. Yeah. I mean, that's not as bad. Chapped lips can be a little sexy. I honestly...
Really?
I remember when in 6th grade I put a little sugar on my lips, make them soft. Apparently you can do that, and it worked. We're made out of the girl. But now I like the chapped lips. It's probably with like my rough sex, but it's like there's that little bit of pain and resistance. Like I like some dead skin on the lips. But moving on.
You do you.
I do you. Whatever floats your boat, whatever gets your tank wet. But steamy. But yeah, I mean, her lips were just fucking gross. She was ugly. I did not like... I mean, her bitching... I mean, she hasn't been hot since, like, 1973.
It's been a while, yeah.
Is her bitching about, like, having to lose some weight? It's like, you think Han Solo can go on there obese?
Thing.
Exactly. That's just a Hollywood. You're a product. You are a visual product. You think... I mean, Bill Burr has the same problem. Bill Burr has to, like, fucking work out for the month before he records his special. Then he can be a fat ass. It's like, go fuck yourself. But, I mean, she did good movies. She seemed to actually have a bit of comedic ability. I like that she was friends with John Belushi and was a coke fiend with them. I mean, it isn't that surprising she died of a heart attack. Major cokehead. But
well, she was healthy though at the time.
Oh, come on, she did coke for like 20 years. She's healthy. Okay. That's like the Wolf of Wall Street. It's really healthy now. It's like great. I'm glad that he drinks protein
but
shakes.
I'm saying like she finally got some sort of semblance together.
Let me show you this disgusting lip though. You got to see this disgusting lip.
But like
yeah, you keep talking.
Yeah, like seriously, like in the past like 5 years, oh god, those photos are horrible. But in the past 5 years, like she's been really like in shape, not just for Star Wars, but like
what the fuck?
She's been
look at this.
Oh, that's pretty bad. Okay.
Like she looks like she got plastic surgery. She looks like Joanne Rivers, the crocodile mouth bitch who died a little while too.
Yeah.
Like she looks like something stung her on the lips, both lips. Like that. That was disgusting. I cringed in my seat. You need to look up Carrie Fisher lip and then go to when Han Solo hugs her. It was fucking disgusting. She looks like a frog she looks like Kermit the Frog's lips. Jesus, she was fat. But
holy,
it was like my grandma.
When was that?
Lose some fucking. Oh, I guess like Jenny Craig. I got plastic, but like her lips weren't fucked up back then. Still, I'd rather she's a fat ass than a fucked up lip face.
Jesus.
But yeah, her.
Okay.
I'm just when she's sad and Han hugs her, I was just like, ugh, stop. Like
that was a sweet moment.
I'd rather see him fuck her and have to look at. Hopefully, those lips are less fucked up. That was a great joke. I do not apologize for it in any way. Fuck you. But all right, so Ralph pulled up the movie list. Let's see if there's any that we can talk about besides Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, I know she did some stuff for Kevin Smith because they're actually friends in real life. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
what movies?
She was in the Amy Chasing Amy.
Oh, Chasing Amy, really?
She was in Chasing Amy.
That was kind of his most. She's in Jay and Silent Straw.
She was in Clerks 2. So,
nice.
Yeah, they're actually friends in real life.
Okay, well now I like her a lot more. I've been bitching about her a lot.
But like, it's just funny. Like everyone kind of pretends they knew Carrie Fisher, but like Kevin Smith was being actually genuine. Cause
let's have how bullshit this is. Like everybody mourning celebrities, you don't know them. It doesn't affect your daily life. Like unless you really like. I mean, I can understand loving a couple. But all the fucking Twitter cunts that like moan and bitch like 2016 when they probably had never heard of Prince.
People die every day.
Exactly. 1,000 people die in the high. Children starve in Africa. Nobody gives a fuck. Like it's like
it doesn't make them more special.
Exactly. This total way. I mean, she's how old was she? Fucking 50s. Let's see.
60.
Seems 60.
60.
A 60-year-old lady. I mean, she didn't die of cancer. She had to die in her sleep. I guess she didn't die in her sleep. In a anesthetic sleep.
She was on the plane and she had a heart attack.
Gotcha. That's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
But I mean, still, how many? I mean, the amount of people that bitch about like Dave Bowie and Prince. You know, what song have they heard besides fucking Ziggy Stardust or Jeez, I'm sucking. I don't even know the song that was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Mr. Spaceman, dun, dun, the coming for you. But
What's that
okay,
one?
she was in some Woody Allen movies.
I don't know that song.
Oh, it was in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 soundtrack. I'm a space invader. I'm the motherfucker coming for you.
Oh, I know. Okay.
Here we call. I never know what he's saying, but a sleepwalking girl, and I'm rocking my brains for the world. Dun, dun. You feel me?
Yes.
You feel me? Yeah.
It's
a great song. He has a lot of great songs.
I'll look it up later.
Yeah, David Bowie's a shit. Yeah, you're cool.
Yeah,
I mean, bottom line, we all probably popped our first boner to her watching Star Wars as kids.
Look, there's no doubt.
That, I'm not that
There's
sad.
no doubt she's like one of the most iconic female characters ever.
Yes,
and like
I agree with that. But sadly, only for one thing. I do wish she got to do something else. Like, that was that generation of stars where you really didn't get to be more than one. Like,
that's right.
People are able to be in multiple franchises now. Like, it was only a couple guys that were able to do it. Arnie, Han Solo, of course. I'm trying to think of Seagal, I guess. Rambo and Rocky.
You said Stallone?
Only R things, yeah. Stallone, Rambo, and Rocky.
Yeah.
Only R movies, I guess. But like, she was in When Harry Met Sally. Must have been.
Yeah, she was good in that.
That was a great film. That was just a great film.
It's so good.
Set all the cliches. Like, the thing is, my only problem with the film is at the end, and it's not even his fault. It did it first, but I just wanted him to like jump over the bridge and kill himself. Now. All right, we got our answer for the David Bowie song. Sorry for whatever interruption. You can cut that out. So David Bowie song was Moon Age Daydream. We were talking about Carrie Fisher and When Harry Met Sally. My one problem with When Harry Met Sally was the end, which is not even his fault because it was so great and said all the cliches. But when right at the end, so spoiler alert, when he's at the bridge and he sees like he's going to jump over and then he runs back to her, I was really hoping he was just going to kill himself. Because that would just be an original ending instead. But it's only not original because all the movies that copied it after. And also Meg Ryan's a bit of a cunt, so I mean, I wouldn't run back for her. I mean, she cheated on Dennis Quaid. Do you know about that?
I did. I heard about that, yeah.
I mean, she used to be America's sweetheart, and that basically sent her career in a tail role. Dennis Quaid got a bunch of sympathy. Not really did anything with it, though. I think got married again. Have you seen his funny, him pretending to get pissed? You know, actors like to do that.
I haven't seen that.
He did this video of him getting pissed, like basically a parody of Christian Bale with the lights almost. Like, move the fucking lights! You know that? Remember for Terminator?
Yeah.
Weird. All these convergent... Meg Ryan was in Terminator 2. Mary Dennis Quaid, he does a parody of Christian Bale yelling at people.
Okay.
But I mean, I like When Harry Met Sally. How did you feel about it?
I like it too. Nothing.
It had very good dialogue in some parts.
It did. It had a good script. The story's fine, but like
the ending was cheesy.
Yeah, but I saw it coming.
Yeah.
I like the cheesy endings.
You like the cheesy endings.
Sometimes
you like the cheesy.
Sometimes you just need to be happy, you know.
Yeah, you and your fucking coming of age films. Although I'll say, Palo Alto is no cheesy film.
Palo Alto is a really
had
real
some darkness.
film.
Had some darkness.
I want to check that out. Check that out.
So I guess she filmed. And what's funny is with most of the news stories about Carrie Fisher, the higher level news story, if you're paying attention to sites, was that she finished her filming for episode 8 rather than that she died.
Oh, by the way,
which I think is hilarious.
Another fun fact.
Yeah.
Disney put out an insurance policy on her, and they got $50 million when she died.
Oh my god! Yeah, all major actors have to be insured.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So like, I think.
What if they fucking killed her? Disney is evil. They're an empire. No, but maybe.
No. They would have made more money if she was alive. Come on, you know that.
I don't know. I mean, look at Fast 7. Was it? I mean,
yeah.
They might have ended up better off. Paul Walker dying.
Why do you say that?
Not to be mean, but they got a lot of sympathy, got a lot of critical blowjobs because
they
just made sad
You're true.
things
That's
about
true.
it. Like,
That's
I mean, it's the biggest thing that separates a movie from hitting you in your soul is the fact that you know it's a movie. Every movie's trick is to get you to forget that it's a movie. And so, if you can have something that truly mirrors real life, whether that's... You saw Royal Tenenbaums, right? Oh, yeah. We got to talk about that at the end, too.
Yeah, definitely.
But Royal Tenenbaums, so spoiler alert, Luke Wilson attempting to commit suicide. The song that was playing was by Elliott Smith, who committed suicide 3 years after.
That was a good song.
Yeah, Needle in the Hay, which is like, don't go to sleep to that. You will end up a serial killer. Trust me, I did it. But so it's that weird life imitating art, imitating life, imitating art. And so like I feel when there's those moments like that where something breaks, like somebody dies and then you put that on screen, there's way less layer separation. Like when Tom Hardy has a death scene in a movie, but you see him doing interviews before the movie, you're not going to get the same feeling as if Tom Hardy died yesterday and he shot that film and that was the last thing he did. So there's that certain amount. I think it benefits in the end the movie and the filmmakers if they use it right. As tragedy, like I guess I'm a bit of a psychopath pragmatist when it comes to art.
Yeah,
but
it definitely benefited Fast 7 because in the marketing campaign they put his face all over that.
Banked on
and before
public sympathy.
Before he died,
it was like he fucked up himself. He drove. He literally
it was his friend, right?
Oh yeah, it was the friend. You're right.
But whatever.
Right. There was the great irony that he died in a fucking car crash and he did in his whole career.
That shouldn't be funny, but it kind of is.
It was fucking hilarious. I was dying laughing when I heard about that.
Oh gosh.
Then I saw his daughter and I felt a little bad.
Yeah, but as to Carrie Fisher, I mean, besides Leia, I mean, she hasn't done much. She did. She's in Family Guy actually. She does voice acting.
Voices, I mean,
she's done a lot of voice stuff. Kind of small roles in a lot of films, but.
Is Debbie Reynolds Somewhere Over the Rainbow?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought so. Shit. I just realized I was like, shit, it's a lot like fucking that.
Yeah, she died too.
I didn't because she was blonde in all the pictures. So I was like, I thought that was Judy Garland though, who did Wizard of Oz.
I'll look it up.
But
I'll look it up.
Oh yeah, she was in Blues Brothers. That's right. So that's when she did all the coke was John Belushi. But am I saying it right? Yeah, John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd. Yeah, see, Judy Garland's the one from Wizard of Oz. Debbie Reynolds did something. Who knows? But
was Singing in the Rain?
Yeah, Singing in the Rain is her famous one. But Debbie Reynolds, my mom was named after her, which is weird. So my mom spent the whole night.
She was crying.
We were like, no, didn't even cry. Got a little emotional, but like just read off random facts about her from an article as we're driving. Just like weird. There's like that feeling of her ghost in the car a little bit, where she's like, she retired from the feature film Scream, but did many plays on Broadway. And I'm just like, fuck, I don't want to hear any more about Dead Lady. I'm not gonna see those plays, but yeah, I mean, what's crazy is 2 days after her daughter died. Like, I mean, that gives some credence to that. Like, next day, that gives some credence to like that dying of a broken heart, and like how a lot of living is the will to live. Which I'm not believing. I've seen people die of cancer, though. I think often you end up giving up before because it's just brutal to slowly have your body betray you.
It's not worth it.
Like a lot of times, that death is just that sort of letting go. Like as dark as that, to just let go. Stop fighting so hard.
Yeah. But to sum up this topic, I mean, there's no doubt she had a huge impact on film. I mean, she really did. So, R.I.P.
She had beautiful R.I.P. lines. Yeah. I mean, I wonder what Harrison Ford thought about it. I mean, he banged her.
Yeah, that's true. I think he released a statement, like just, formal, like...
I can't say anything too nice because my wife won't bang me tonight if I sound too fond of her. Yeah, but it's sad.
Yeah, she was a friend. It's awful, just the basic stuff,
It'd be funny if he was like, the wrong one of us died in the film. That'd be hilarious.
He's happy he died.
He was he was gloating about it. And they didn't do it. He's a bit of a cunt himself. But,
he definitely is, but I don't care. He's a good actor.
He's a curmudgeon-y cunt a bit.
But I'm never going to meet him, so I don't care.
Did you see Ender's Game?
Yeah,
what did you think of it?
It's fine.
It was fine.
It's nothing really. It's just a
paycheck. I like that actor, but I saw
the kid?
20 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, Asa Butterfield?
He's a great actor.
Theo hates him.
Really?
Because he saw the...
Too Asperger's-y looking?
No, he saw Peregrine's, the new Tim Burton movie.
Oh, that did bad.
The X-Men kind of...
Bro, I was surprised that was bad because it was written by Jane Goldman, who's the co-writer for Kingsman. Like, she's been Matthew Vaughn's go-to... And I was literally rooting for a vagina one of the few times in my life going, I want this vagina writer to succeed. And it did. And I was like, fuck, that sucks.
It does.
Like, I was like, she has made movies better. I mean, why would Matthew Vaughn keep working with her? But then it was like, I guess you don't send a woman to do a man's job. But yeah, that was
it's true.
To me.
All right, but yeah, R.I.P. Let's move on. Our next topic.
The cunt of all cunts.
Next topic, it's titled Ridley Scott is a Cunt. I think that's perfect.
So Ridley Scott came out shitting on superhero movies, saying he got the option to direct some, and then just stroking his own cock and drizzling all over the fucking mic and doing a dick drop saying, like, I do smart movies. So I've been shitting on superhero movies. If you've been listening all this time, it's generally been a nice little tension between me and Ralph about superhero movies. But I don't even want an ally like Ridley Scott. I've always shot on Ridley Scott too. He's the man doesn't write his own scripts. I feel like he's just gotten famous off of other people's work and creativity, and he's visually gifted, no question. But he's Zack Snyder in my book. Like he's just.
Oh no, he's not. He's not Zack Snyder. I think he's above Zack Snyder.
Yeah, a step above maybe, but he's just maybe he has some insight into scripts.
Zack Snyder has
this
not
guy's
made
directed
Alien.
The Counselor. I mean, this guy's directed shitty movies. He doesn't write his own scripts. He's good at turning scripts into good music videos. It's like, I mean, I haven't really liked him. He said a lot of cunty things in the past. I mean, fuck, Prometheus wasn't that great. Like, I get The Martian was good. That was mostly the witty script. It was basically a fucking Big Bang Theory episode in space.
It was.
But,
Exodus was bad.
Exodus was
Gods
bad.
and Kings. He has Gladiator though.
Gladiator was the shit.
He has Blade Runner. So I kind of have to.
He's clearly a classic. I'm not saying Zack Snyder.
But you said Zack Snyder.
I'm saying Zack Snyder in actual talent. He's a classic. He has directed classic films, but that is through no fault of his own. He got lucky to direct the right films. He's like an actor, just lucky to get the ones he did. I think Tony Scott was better than him, just because he was less of a cunt. His brother who killed himself. Yeah, because he did True Romance with he was nice to Quentin Tarantino. Him and Tarantino were friends and stuff, but yeah, I mean, whatever. Ridley Scott fucking cunted out, shot on Batman vs Superman stuff. Granted, easy film to shit on.
One point he made was that there's not enough original stuff going on.
Yes, I agree with that. I agree with all his points. He's just not the guy to make the point.
No.
Martin Scorsese's the guy to make the point. Other people are the guys to make the point. He should shut the fuck up and keep doing his little blockbusters where, like, literally the only reason his career has gone on is because he always has another movie set up in the pipe. Like the guy who directed Tarzan. Like, Tarzan didn't matter because he had Fantastic Beasts set up.
David Yates.
Ridley Scott had, he did The Counselor and like Exodus, 2 shitty films, and was saved by The Martian because that was already in production. Like, he's literally one of those guys. He's like Nicolas Cage, when Nicolas Cage does so many movies that just enough of them eventually end up being good. But yeah.
No, but like he made a point that there's not enough original films, but I think he's been talking about blockbusters. Because there's lots of original films. I mean, it's a fact.
Definitely, no.
But like blockbusters, like we need more Interstellars and
we need more
Martians.
We need more of the $40 to $100 million budget films.
Exactly, like The Nice Guys.
Nice Guys. The Martian, of course. Like, I'm trying to think of other examples, like La La Land, Whiplash. All those really just. This movie is greatness, and I'm gonna shit it out. I don't care what the fuck happens. I don't care like the birthing pains.
Was Mad Max like 40 to 100?
I would think Mad Max would cost more, but I could also see. Yeah. I mean, he used green screen a lot, and like
that's true.
That was fucking amazing.
But you didn't notice it though.
As I know, it was beautiful. I mean, that was one of the most visually fantastic films of the past decade. And there's a guy who I always thought was just more of a, although he did write the first 2 Mad Max films, but more just visually talented because fucking Happy Feet or whatever it is, animated penguins sucking each other's pecs. I know, and like in some animal farm movie, but I mean, I don't know. Fuck Ridley Scott. I agree with him, but fuck Ridley Scott. I've been saying this forever. We need more real fucking films, and we just need non-cunts directing them.
Exactly.
And people who are creative talented. Ridley Scott is creatively talented visually, but we need more of the well-rounded. We need the people that have true pathos and things to say and show. Like, but I'll give him this. The fact that he had as arrogant of a cunt as he is, the fact that he put in that last, random gibberish that Rutger Hauer had said in Blade Runner at the end about his tears disappearing in the rain, and it was just made up dialogue and like gibberish. I give him respect for that, to suck up that, that was better than the original script, and it was fucking beautiful. I mean, that's one of the greatest monologues in all cinema, what Rutger Hauer said there.
Definitely.
Like Blade Runner actually didn't grip me too hard. Not one of my favorite films, but that ending monologue was beautiful.
So you like it though? You like Blade Runner?
I don't like it that much. Like, that's a tough. Really, I mean, part of it is probably that it's over. Like, I have the same feeling about Blade Runner as I do The Fifth Element.
Yeah.
Plus that one great monologue, basically, and a couple other decent moments, and like that had some darkness, but it was. They both, I feel like, just kind of became famous for special effects. Where like Star Wars was famous for special effects, but had some good story pathos. I'll say, even with some of the terrible dialogue, it had great story pathos. But Blade Runner and Fifth Element were a little bit empty on story to me, or just at least not gripping at the bottom line. Like, I mean, Blade Runner, had the beautiful song by the Vangelis, One Last Kiss, Dear. The romance between him and the robot was very good. The ending twist was good. The monologue was good. There are certain moments of good, but there's also a lot of just I don't give a fuck drifting where I'm like, I mean, it was like midday and I was falling asleep. Might have been a weird point in my life. I mean, I kind of chalk it up to that, but bottom line, I just didn't see it as a great film. Part of it, I just think it was just those special effects were way ahead of their time. Oh, and then Fifth Element was just the same thing as Blade Runner, 10 years in the future, plus Chris Tucker being a weird transvestite. Like, it's like no difference. I mean, to me, I just don't see them as the groundbreaking films. Like, I mean, I'm more excited for Blade Runner the sequel than Blade Runner. Like, if it's too tied closely to Blade Runner,
this one has a great director.
Blade Runner, I won't care. Exactly, Dennis Villeneuve is very tight. I still need to see Arrival, but I mean, what are your thoughts on it for Ridley Scott? Like,
I think he's kind of playing himself because I think he's part of the problem what he's talking about. Like,
how do you mean?
Well, because he says he made a point. It wasn't in this kind of same interview, but he made a point that there's not enough original blockbusters and what besides The Martian, like he's done Prometheus, he's doing this new Alien movie.
Yeah, he's just doing sequels
and Exodus was bad
stuff.
So Exodus was bad, so he can't really talk.
And so was The Counselor, which I was bummed out by because that was written by Cormac McCarthy, who's written great American novels, as people call it.
But yeah, I think if he actually wants to put his money where his mouth is, I think he should stop doing these alien movies and kind of
exactly
and talk to the studios about giving other people opportunities for more original films
and fund some things himself. Put his fucking dick in the fire.
Like because you can fund. I mean, it's not that hard to get the money for like a. Well, the studios don't want to spend money on like a $50 million film for some reason.
That's true. Yeah, it's just like you're either
they have to spend $200 million.
Costs like 50 cents or like 2 nickels you rub together and turn into like Jesus with the 2 fucking loaves, or it's $250 million plus $50 million of advertising,
marketing,
and it's just like, how long can this model sustain?
They have a point though, because The Nice Guys failed and it was like 45 million.
Also, when it was released though, and I mean there were a lot of factors there. I mean, I can point to a million movies between 2000 and when this trend started of tentpole films, of movies that succeed, like often with directors' names that bring you, like Steven Spielberg or Christopher Nolan, but like, you know, especially indie, that in between indie and studio is like what I want. That somebody with a story that has been on their mind for years, and you know they had to compromise with the studios a little bit, but there's still a lot of creative integrity, and bam, people don't like. That's the thing with the superhero movies. We're like Apple is now. We're just giving the people what they want. But the movie industry used to be like, fuck Steve Jobs, but like Apple used to be, where we didn't even know we wanted touchscreens. He showed us that we want this little box that holds music, and he yelled at the fucking computer nerds to make it, as Bill Burr says. But like, Hollywood has no fucking balls anymore. It's just fucking Hollywood is neutered. It's vasectomized. It's fucking pussy. But besides Whiplash and La La Land.
besides Damien Chazelle.
Damien Chazelle.
Yeah,
a few others. Well, David Fincher. David Fincher's the guy who does it in that.
Definitely.
Medium range.
I'd say Matthew Vaughn.
I would agree.
Yeah. But yeah, speaking of good directors, we got Ben Affleck, who talked about the Batman and
professional segue, Ralph. Good job.
Thank you. I was hoping you would notice.
Yeah, you did that. You killed
Thanks,
that.
buddy.
Right,
but yeah, he's talking about how the script is currently still
There isn't a script yet for Batman. I think he said
there's not one. It's still being developed. But, but he made the point that he's not just going to make it for any reason, for any amount of money.
Well, it's also weird because he sounded very gung-ho about it at first, and I think probably basically just the sad Ben Affleck meme of hearing the critical reviews.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's we probably saw like the moment where his whole mind changed on the concept, even though he doesn't talk about it.
That was good. I think it's good though. I think it was a wake-up call.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like that, like you would have thought he would have realized it after Daredevil. Apparently not. But and it's hard to tell when a movie is good. I do cut some slack there because you shoot things out of sequence and stuff. It's really like, you got to figure it out on the script. And if you're rewriting shit there, you're fucking up. But unless it's Lord of the Rings, apparently. But I don't know, the story is like they rewrote a bunch of last second dialogue that became iconic.
Yeah. So
but he said he basically sounded very gung ho about it. In the last couple of weeks, he's been making sounds like it's not for sure. He's only going to do it if he really wants to make the script. And I think also Live by Night's tepid response probably also influenced this, where like Ben Affleck isn't quite, he went from Oscar-winning Best Picture to 51 on Metacritic.
He's still
and
fine.
I want it to be great.
Come on, The Accountant was a really good movie.
But he didn't direct. I'm talking about as a writer-director.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like I want him to succeed. I'm rooting for. He's the only guy doing noir films anymore. Gone Baby Gone, Live by Night. Like I want this guy to fucking succeed. Maybe he'll just stick to that stuff. Maybe Live by Night has tainted him to it. But I mean, I'm glad that he's waiting. I think they're rushing all these fucking superhero movies, trying to make their fucking sweet spot deadlines. It's fucking ridiculous.
That's not true. I mean,
that's not true.
Give me an example.
The fact that
wait, hold on.
He's trying to rush to the Suicide Squad.
Let me clarify.
All right.
Let me clarify.
All right.
I'm talking about
Marvel.
Marvel does not rush.
Thor 2. Thor 1.
Well, they're not perfect.
All the Thors. All the Thor. Everything Thor
the two
touches.
Thors?
The two Thors. All the Thors.
All the Thors,
but,
okay.
Captain America 1 I like, so I'm not going to shit on that one. But,
Civil War is good.
I still haven't seen Civil War.
Winter Soldier is good. Guardians is great.
Guardians is great. Ant-Man's good. Still haven't seen it though.
Yeah, but
Doctor Strange, was that rushed?
No.
It was cliche. It followed all the fucking blueprints, right? It was formulaic.
It was well told.
Well told. Fucking. It's the same goddamn story every time. Wake up, you children.
The characters were
That's true.
Well told,
New characters make it worth it. I agree. But I mean, it just bummed me out. The state of the cinema nation is it was dire. I mean, the box office bounced back quite a bit, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good.
Is that Richard
Dreyfuss? That was my shitty Obama, I think. But,
Obama. Yeah. I listened to the Mark Maron podcast.
That was amazing, right? And he said the N-word and the whole internet shot a brick.
Yeah.
Like, he's a fucking black man. But I love the ghetto handshake between him and Larry. Was it Larry Sanders? Larry... Something with a W, mate. He had a show. But,
Larry...
bald black guy. But, like, I mean, he's dopey and nerdy, too. He has glasses and he's mixed. But he did the... I think he said, like... the first nigger song, he did peace, and then they did the whole internet shot a brick then too. It's just like, who gives a fuck?
Okay, well, when does the internet not shit a brick? Like, seriously?
Less the internet, more the PC cunts.
Yeah.
Like, the internet wasn't too upset. It was more blogging and posts and people like that, like, oh my god, what kind of nation says the N-word on national? It's just like...
Stick to Harambe means.
I know, that's 999% of rap songs, so go fuck yourself. That's like the biggest genre left. The N-word just on repeat with this sound.
Well, I think film scores are better than ever, to be honest.
I would agree. Film scores they're killing. They're figuring
There's
out.
There's a lot of good composers right now.
Just about La La Land. That one core melody. I mean, it basically did what The Dark Knight did.
You mean the piano?
Yeah, the piano.
Yeah.
It did what The Dark Knights did, where it's this one sound that is so flexible and capable of all meanings, all emotions. It's like those kung fu movies. That soundtrack is Wata. Wata goes in a cup. Right. Yeah, Ralph has a sound. Wata goes in a cup, and it becomes the cup. Wata can move. It can.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah. Seriously, listen to this. Like, it's really good. Like, wow. I'll turn it off now, but like. Yeah.
But they use it over and over in different keys at different speeds, and it's murderous. I mean, I love, and that's the key. That's what makes you forget it's a movie. Because you get patterns, you get things you hold on to, like this is who they are, and then that melody's meaning change, just like life. Somebody who you used to be friends with and say something bad happens, now it's tainted anytime you have those certain traditions. The meaning of them and the things you did change with time, just like the melody.
Definitely, but let's definitely talk about that later. Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not rushing you. You can.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm not rushing you, but yeah, you wanna move on now?
Yeah. I mean, fuck Ben Affleck.
that's the summary, basically.
But apparently his first movie was called I Killed My Lesbian Wife and Hung Her on a Meat Hook. Now I have a 3-picture deal at Disney.
What the fuck?
He did that before. It was a short film. He did that before writing Good Will Hunting with Matt Damon. So that's
okay. Well, yeah. Okay. But yeah, now we got the most pirated films of 2016. Not surprised here. At number 10, we have The Revenant. Not surprising.
Yeah, like, I mean, a lot of it, I guess, is 2015's biggest. So, like, since it won the Oscar.
That's true. End of 2015 was The Revenant.
Exactly.
Early 2016. Yeah.
Exactly.
And number 9, Finding Dory. Number 8, Suicide Squad. 7, Independence Day Resurgence. Number 6, Warcraft. And then X-Men Apocalypse. Star Wars The Force Awakens. Civil War. BVS.
And Deadpool.
I thought you were going to the fart noise again.
Sorry, BVS.
Yeah. But Deadpool was great.
Deadpool was good.
Okay, well, we disagree.
We
That's
agree
clear.
to disagree.
But on this list, I would say there's probably
5
like, good movies.
Right? This is like the reverse of... This is like the dark mirror of the top 10 box office, right? Like, Disney doesn't dominate this one as much, thank God. There's a place for other studios in the pirated world.
How many do they have on there?
They got Finding Dory.
3. Civil War, and Star Wars.
And Star Wars, yeah.
But yeah,
Fox has quite a few. Warner Brothers finally gets some, but
yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that Independence Day was on here.
Right? Like, Independence Day made no money, I guess, because it probably leaked quick.
Because I mean, everyone torrented it. That's why.
Yeah. But, I mean, last year it was The Hateful Eight that was at the top, which is an interesting, Tarantino lives in that weird space between, critically blown blowjob and audiences, like cult following.
That's a good place to be at.
It is. No, I think it's great. Like, Wes Anderson just entered that, where now Wes Anderson's movies clear $100 million at the box office. Like, what the fuck?
Thank you for reminding me of that. I can add that story. He's doing a new stop motion film.
That's true. We should talk about that. I saw that video. But yeah, I mean, Deadpool, it's the right movie to be the most pirated, and it made its money, so I'm happy for it. I mean, I wish people paid money, but if it's the only way you can see it, I think you should see it. Batman vs Superman, a little depressing that that's number 2, but I get that. That's the thing with these. They're turning movies into cultural events, and I don't like it because it's artificial. It's not natural. It's not like word of mouth turning them into cultural events. Like, holy shit, did you see Fight Club? What? Critics hated that. No, you gotta see it. And then, just seeing it on Netflix, not that they had Netflix then, or Memento or movies like that. Now it's artificially created cultural events that you have to watch, or else you're not able to hold a conversation in any fucking coffee shop, whatever hipster place you go to. You have to see the latest Star Wars, or you don't have anything to talk about with your friends. It's just bullshit. They're controlling us. Everybody's a bunch of sheep. It's like, we got to say fuck you. Don't trust the critics on any Disney movie, and just see things based on what your friends say. And then that's a tighter connection, because you're seeing things because of people not some fucking blog. But
yeah, so fuck us, basically.
Yeah, fuck us. But I mean, you can find critics that you trust. Obviously, nobody's paying us to sit here and scratch our nutsacks.
Definitely. But yeah, it's surprising. In 2013, I think that's when Kick-Ass 2 came out. That was the top Toronto film of that year. And
that's about because that made no money.
Exactly, and that sucks. And
that does suck.
What's her name? The girl, Chloe Grace Moretz. She was complaining oh, our film didn't make money because you all stole it. I just don't get that. If the film makes more money, she doesn't get any of that. So
I guess she wanted to do a sequel, probably.
Probably, yeah, because the comics were good for Kick-Ass 3.
They were, yeah. No, the comics.
But done good. This list isn't really surprising. They're the most popular films. So.
How do you feel about X-Men Apocalypse?
Not that good. No,
oh.
No, it's just they wasted Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse. He's a great actor, but the character was really
just
bland.
Cartoonish.
Yeah,
bland.
Cartoonish too. Really. Yeah.
I thought it would be hard to translate him from the comics.
Because there's a great story in the comics.
There is. I read the X-Men Age of Apocalypse comics, but Warcraft, I like that audiences liked it and critics didn't.
Well, the audiences in the U.S. they didn't see it. It made nothing, but it made a lot in foreign countries.
China made it,
so that's why it might get a sequel.
Yeah,
but the movie isn't very good. So
it isn't. Oh, I thought you liked it.
I liked it when I first saw it, and then I bought the Blu-ray for $5, and then I didn't like it the second time.
Huh.
You can borrow it if you want.
That's too bad. I love Duncan Jones. I mean, Moon
great.
Moon was a big movie.
Source
for me.
Code.
That was big. Source Code I liked. Yeah. And but Moon was big. I was like, that was an eye opener. That was that showed me Sam Rockwell is a motherfucker. But
exactly.
And the way back and all this other shit. Seven Psychopaths. That man's a monster.
Sam Rockwell kills it in the way back.
He does. No, that's definitely his best role of the past 5 years.
Yeah. But yeah, the next topic. If you're good to go.
Yeah.
You good? Okay. Next topic. Han Solo, whatever it's called, Han Solo.
Yeah, the spin-off of Alden Ehrenreich or something.
Alden Ehrenreich from Hail Caesar. He was really good in that. But
he was the shit in it. He was the best thing about Hail Caesar.
But yeah, the film got pushed back to December, which is not a surprise because basically they own December now.
Yeah, it's weird how Disney. It's December. Move. No, it is. I totally give them props. December is Star Wars month. May is superhero month. Whoa, that's weird. Disney, December, Marvel, May. Warner Brothers doesn't have any months for them. Or Fox. Fox has February, I guess, if they want it.
That's true.
Not many people do. But yeah, it's weird. I guess, and Disney Marvel often takes March a little bit too. In April.
Yeah, they have the summer months.
Yeah, they just have spring and summer owned. And then they leave a little bit of June and July as scraps for like the other studios, and then they come back in August with like one of their subversive ones like Ant-Man or Guardians of the Galaxy, and I guess Doctor Strange.
Like this year, like they have 3. They have Guardians in April, and then they have Spider-Man in July, and then they have Thor in November. So
all right, that's
it's
okay.
interesting.
3 is the limit to me. Like if it's over 3, I can take 3.
It's a weird situation because
how many superhero movies are there going to be a year now? Like 10?
Probably 7 or 8. Yeah.
Let's see. Those 3. There's going to be Justice
League, Wonder Woman.
That's 5.
There's is Deadpool next year?
Logan 6.
Oh, Logan.
Deadpool. Hopefully not quite that quick.
I'm not sure if it was a sequel or like an X-Force.
And the director had to leave, right? So it wouldn't come this quick.
They got the John Wick director.
Oh, yeah, X-Force.
David
maybe.
Leitch. Yeah.
They got who's the director?
David Leitch.
What's he done?
John Wick.
Oh.
Yeah. So
interesting.
The action's definitely gonna be good.
That is interesting.
I hope the story's good. I hope it has the heart and the humor. Like
because Ree and Paul, they're every other a good film.
Exactly.
Like, I'd rather they write something else than come back. But
totally.
Huh.
But yeah, I'm looking up the superhero movies of next year.
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea.
I know there's definitely we counted 7.
Yeah, we're excited for Han Solo, like or 6 for sure, and then X-Force if that's one. But Han Solo, like I mean, I just want it to be good. I believe in Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, or maybe it's the other way. But
actually, Kingsman counts. Kingsman 2.
Is Kingsman superhero?
What's comic?
Superhero.
Oh, it's.
I'm not superhero. Yeah, I'm okay with comic.
Okay.
I mean, if like some of the most brutal graphic novels got to die. I mean, there are certain ones that I would not consider.
Okay, so
superhero.
Do you consider Lego Batman?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 8 then.
7, I think.
7.
Unless X-Force is for sure then 8. Sorry.
No, X-Force is 2018.
Okay. Is Deadpool 2017?
It's 2018.
All right. So it sounds like 2018 is going to be the stacked year.
Oh, definitely. But Power Rangers? No? Okay. No? All right. So that's 7.
7.
So 7's a good number, I think.
It's a holy number, as my mom would say.
Look, I want more. Okay? That's
Jesus,
just how
what the fuck is wrong with you, Ralph? Don't you ever just wake up and be like, it's like being a drunk. You've done the same thing every night. You just wake up and your head hurts and you're like, oh, time to do it again. Like, it's just like, I'm shitting on it. Like, there are things worth watching in those. God, I just hope Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is good. That's the one thing that can redeem all the rest to me. Guardians of the Galaxy is the Jesus of the Marvel Universe.
Oh my God.
And then Batman vs. Superman is like the devil, and then...
What's Spider-Man?
Spider-Man is like... Because Spider-Man's like a disciple or something, trying to convert people like back to all the people who like said I'm not a part of the faith. Spider-Man's like, but look, we can be fun and we can do a coming of age and we're good.
Yeah, Sony's like, oh, we're trying to like get people back into it because they've been really disappointed.
Yeah, Sony
with the last ones. Yeah. And this one, it's Sony and Marvel, so it's kind of like. That's why there's 3, because this is Sony. It's kind of 3, but not really.
Yeah, but it's it's like
co-producing.
Because Sony doesn't want to let go of them, but they're like, we've been fucking up, we'll just take
Sony makes all the money. Like, Marvel's just making it for them.
Really? Sony gets all the money?
So
Marvel's got to get some. All right.
It's kind of confusing. It's a weird situation, because, like, Marvel made the film, but Sony paid for it. And, like, I'm guessing, like, when they get the monies, because it's going to make $1 billion, you know it is. And when they get their money, I feel like they're gonna write Marvel a check, like, okay, job well done, I'll make the next one,
Wow.
I think they'll get a good check,
Definitely, but that's crazy.
Marvel is promoting it, so I mean, they're probably not doing it for free, so.
Yeah, Marvel has to be getting money. I mean, the amount to put him so importantly in the universe.
Yeah, because they're in Marvel films. Yeah. He's in Marvel films too.
Like,
so,
Tony Stark's being in it. Like, Jesus,
I wonder how much it cost Sony to get him in that movie. Like, seriously.
Who do you think it's Paul Feige? Who's the first guy to have the idea of like turning movies into basically TV shows, like these cultural, like?
Who did you say?
Paul Feige, or not Paul Feige, Kevin Feige.
Feige.
Are they brothers? No, Paul Feige, and then there's Kevin Feige.
Kevin Feige.
Feige, whatever.
Feige.
Kevin fucking, I'm a pedophile clown rapist.
Oh, he looks like it.
He looks like he just shoved made a hot dog for a lot of kids with their fucking dick and fed it to them.
I watched Spotlight last night, and that definitely resonates.
Right now, yeah. Spotlight is a great film. Is that the first time you've seen it?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Great. Definitely great. Yeah.
Who's your favorite person?
Mark Ruffalo.
Billy Crudup's my favorite. I love Billy Crudup. Yeah, Mark Ruffalo, I'll give him this. I know Boston kids who talk to him and have that, like, that sideways delivery. Like, that was him studying Boston. Like, I mean, my cousin talks like that. He does that, like, weird razor blade side, like a... like a robot. I don't know, like two knives just scraping each other is what that speech pattern is like. But Billy Crudup is the best thing. I mean, Billy Crudup had the bravest, and Leo Schreiber was great. Well, everybody was fucking great in that. But like
Stanley Tucci was good too.
Stanley Tucci was good.
Yeah.
But Michael Crudup or Billy Crudup, being the lawyer who like you hate at first and then you realize he was brave, but the world wasn't ready. Like fuck, that was great. But
definitely
great film. What's crazy is the guy who directed that can make The Cobbler. Like, still haven't seen that. I gotta see that.
He directed The Cobbler?
Yeah, that was the last movie he did before that.
Oh my god.
He's in a bunch of other great films though. Like The Station Agent was the movie that discovered Peter Dinklage. Great film.
That's my dad. That's one of my dad's favorite movies.
Yeah, it's a great film.
Yeah.
It's one of my dad's favorite movies actually too. I think it
funny.
appeals to lonely old men, but it's a great film. And it showed the guy from Boardwalk Empire. That was his movie that revealed him. And then he did The Visitor with the old guy. I want to say his last name is Jenkins, who was in Burn After Reading, Killing Them Softly. You recognizing who I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that guy. And Step Brothers would be his most famous, I would guess, as the father.
That's true.
Yeah, and then the last one he did before The Cobbler, which is probably my favorite of his, even over Spotlight, is Win Win with Paul Giamatti. It's this wrestling movie.
I've heard of
this orphan kid.
I haven't seen it.
It was fucking awesome. It was brutal. It had Michael Scott's wife from The Office in it as Paul Giamatti. She was good. She was in The Wire. There's all these weird connections because she was in The Wire, and the guy who directed all those movies, Spotlight, Cobbler, and the rest of the good ones, was in The Wire as well as this newspaper reporter who starts making up stories.
Okay.
Like he played basically the most hated man on television for like a year. But
interesting.
Yeah, like and what's weird is then he does Spotlight, which is an ode to newspaper journalism and how to do it right and fighting for like the press, keeping corruption in line. And David Simon said his favorite part of that movie, the man who created Wire, his favorite part of that movie was him making an intense scene out of looking through those books, catching like the taken on leave, sick leave or whatever, and seeing their address and stuff.
Yeah, so like
and realizing that they making that a dramatic scene, just going through papers was what he said was the best thing. And I was like, that's true. You don't even think about it. It's like with Whiplash. Like, the fact that a 10-minute drum solo is as intense as it is, like, it's a fucking drum solo. Yeah. Like, who gives a fuck? But the context, and you're emotionally exhausted, you're fucking tired, but you're like, you feel like a demon has left your body. Yeah. And La La Land had the same thing was in it, where you're emotionally exhausted with this thing that should be meaningless. It should not, I can watch a music video any fucking time I want, but you get hit, right? Like, there's those people that are able to. That's great. Ridley Scott could not do that. Ridley Scott could do a fucking passing music video, have some cool visuals, but he couldn't get you to give a shit about something that you shouldn't. He is incapable. He's a cunt. All right.
Okay, that's okay.
But then there are talented cunts like Giselle and Tom Nolan.
There's a lot of good directors.
There are many good directors. I agree. David Fincher could get you to give. I mean. What's in the Box? I mean, there's so many moments. I mean, man.
But speaking of Matthew McConaughey, he actually turned down a role in Guardians 2. Like that segue? That was good, right?
Did we mention Matthew McConaughey at any point? Just a bit. All right, yeah, Matthew McConaughey. The
speaking of him.
Actually, before we talk about that, with the reconnaissance, it seems it's in decline. I mean, he literally didn't do a good movie after he got the Oscar.
Interstellar,
right? Like, I mean, that was the same year.
Year.
Has he done anything?
He did Free State of Jones, which was bad. Well.
I like that director a lot. Not for Hunger Games, but Pleasantville, which is a big movie to me. Have you ever seen that?
I want to.
Great film. You should. It's on Netflix. It's very good. First 5 minutes, super cheesy. Everything after, amazing.
Okay, I'll watch it. But he's.
You'll cry. It's a little bit coming of age. I've heard it.
Right
up your alley.
I've heard it.
Sorry,
I've heard it is, but he's done a couple of animated voice jobs.
Okay, so Kubo,
those are
maybe.
Kubo, and he did.
And then he's sing. Yeah.
So those were both good, but like in terms of real acting, no. So
right, like I mean, he's had a lot of it. He did Sea of Trees, which was directed by Gus Van Sant, did shitty, and was reviewed shitty. Then one other movie. I can't remember. I remember doing Paperboy was before. That was during the reconnaissance. Yeah. But like, he's done a lot of.
But yeah, he has The Dark Tower next year.
Exactly. So that's what we're about to tell. So he turned down Guardians of the Galaxy
in favor of Dark Tower.
Kurt Russell, essentially, Star-Lord's father.
Dad.
Yeah. But which I think Kurt Russell's honestly better. I think that's like he just reminds me of Chris Pratt way more.
Yeah, that's perfect.
But I mean, he turned it down. I guess he felt like it wouldn't have been as fleshed out, and it's just a bit role. Like, he's one of the few actors to say, "Go fuck yourself, superhero studios." Like him, there's very few fucking grown-ups left in the world. Him, John Hamm. I was amazed that Tilda Swinton fucking gave in to this bullshit. Like, I mean, Jesus, that bitch was in Snowpiercer. What the fuck? How do you go from Snowpiercer to Doctor Strange? I don't fucking know. But
both good movies.
I haven't seen Doctor Strange, so no comment. But
Snowpiercer is better.
There's that's good. But there's very few like adult actors that are saying, go fuck yourself. You know, like, I mean, really think of other. I mean, Brad Pitt, I guess, all those guys, Matt Damon, they have their own things. Like, but there's very few actors that have the financial wherewithal and like kind of clout to be able to survive without it.
Tom Hanks.
And then the balls.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Good one. Yeah, but like, and not very many vaginas I could say no, I think. Like, there's a lot of vagina side roles in all these superhero movies. I mean, what's we're on like the third Aunt May, who's like fucking a 20-year-old supermodel that you could jerk off on her tits and.
Yeah, Marissa Tomei is hot.
She is hot. She was in The Wrestler. She did a nude scene in The Wrestler like 6 years ago.
Really?
And that was like, like that was like you were supposed to get hard during that. Like, but great film. But a little what's the word? What's the word for when you stay on too long? Not generous, but where it's gratuitous.
Yeah, that's it.
A little gratuitous. But
yeah, Matthew McConaughey turned down Guardians 2
to do Dark Tower, right? So
I think it worked out. It definitely worked out. Yeah, because
Kurt Russell's much better than Russell Crowe. Yeah,
he's a perfect choice.
I agree.
For Star-Lord and
his face looks like a sandbag, like a leather mitt. How much skin cancer is on that one face? His face is like
a lot.
It looks like tanned leather. It looks like it had been fucking stretched out in some wood poles and left in the sun for like a decade. His face is gross, but he's a great actor.
But I mean, not much to say. It worked out.
Yeah.
So,
like Dark Tower, what's interesting to me, what I like is like, and usually I'm anti the PC shit, but I read the Dark Tower books. I have 3 left. But the main character, the gunslinger, Roland Deschain, is being played by Idris Elba, who's black, and then the man in black is a whitey. When I first heard the casting, I was thinking Matthew McConaughey, good guy, black guy, bad guy, and it was like, oh shit. But I'm very interested where it'll go. It's directed by like a Swedish foreign director or something, who's done good things, but I'm very nervous for it. I don't really have too high hopes. It looks visually nice, but I'm very nervous. I hope it's good. I mean, the books are fantastic. I really recommend them to anybody who wants to. But I mean, the thing is, there's 7 books. So like, this would be 7. The next Harry Potter.
Wow.
If it takes off.
I doubt they would do 7. Like, I doubt McConaughey and Elba would do 7 movies.
I would think they're signed up. I mean, I think they're like. I mean, Stephen King. That's like his main series. Like, he basically used that series to connect to all his other books he's ever written. Like, he did all this alternate reality shit. You look fine, Ralph. You look fine. But yeah, it's just. I mean, I could see it, but I do agree that it's unlikely. But I mean, I hope both the films succeed. But it's just interesting, Matthew McConaughey saying, "Go fuck yourself,"
Did he say that?
Nah, maybe that. But he said, "Yeah, I got a little something going on over here," and he gave him a right there, Fred.
Okay, fair enough. But next topic, we got Harry Potter. Robin Williams was gonna play Hagrid. Yeah. Or he wasn't gonna play him, but like
he wanted to.
He was in the running, and I actually heard about this. So, J.K. Rowling said no American actors for these movies, and it worked out. So, he got turned down, and I forget who played Hagrid, but he was great. So,
yeah, he's great. Yeah, he's been another thing. He looks so funny without his beard, though. But
yeah, I mean, like this definitely worked out really well. I mean, originally they were gonna have American actors, and Spielberg was gonna direct it himself. So like,
wow, Spielberg was gonna direct the first Harry Potter.
But then they went a different direction, and then
wow,
yeah, cause
how different would the world be?
I know.
I never heard of that. That's fucking crazy.
It's odd. It's so weird. Like
Jesus.
It's like it's Spielberg, but I don't want to see that. Like that's the first time I would say I don't want to see a Spielberg movie. Like the way it worked out was perfect. Yeah. So.
That's true.
Wow. The characters are British, so
Yeah, no, like I mean, I've never been too. I like Robin Williams a lot. Sadly, he died and all that. I think this is a little bit of just like exploitation of his death to make this like a big news story. Like, everybody has passed on roles and been passed on roles. Like, Will Smith could have been Neo. Either he said no or they said no. I don't remember, but it's like I don't know. I'd prefer that just to be trivia in the IMDb rather than some big tagline. I think they should let the man rest in peace. Who gives a fuck? The guy who played Hagrid was perfect. So
the actor was great.
It couldn't be any better.
He had all the heart.
The emotion. Exactly. Emotion.
He had a great relationship with Harry.
Harry and Hagrid. And I'm glad she said all British. Like, I mean, it would have been weird if we just had a Ron Williams. He just has a certain amount of cheesiness. I'm kind of glad he wasn't in it.
And like they got some great actors. Like they got
fantastic.
For Sirius Black, they got
Gary Oldman.
Who's great.
Double actor.
Alan Rickman.
Yeah. The old bitch from Downton Abbey.
Maggie Smith.
Yeah. I'm almost kind of surprised Mel Cain wasn't in one of them now that I'm thinking about it. But,
and they got David Tennant for the Goblet of Fire.
David Tennant. And then Ralph Fiennes for Voldemort.
Yeah.
Like, I mean...
It worked out, yeah.
Definitely.
It did.
It did.
But for our last kind of topic, we're going to talk about La La Land.
Wait, is Robert Pattinson British? Robert Pattinson?
Is he?
Because he was in Goblet of Fire. Cedric, whatever.
Maybe Cedric was American.
Huh.
Maybe Cedric was
slip
American.
In there. Huh.
I mean, maybe like since he was an American character, maybe like okay.
He might be British. He might also be Australian.
It's true. I don't know.
Like, because he did The Rover.
What's that?
Directed by the guy who wrote the script for Rover. Who directed the script? Who wrote the script? Co-wrote the script for Hesher, which was a movie I love with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Okay, and Robert Pattinson is from the UK.
He's British,
so,
all right.
Okay, they didn't give in.
They didn't give in. Yeah. No pressure, yeah.
But yeah, you want to talk about La La Land?
Yeah, let's talk about La La Land. Jeez, it's going to be more Twilight.
You can go first, because I've already talked about it on the last one.
So La La Land, went in. Me and Ralph were very late. I woke up late because I'm a cunt, and I was finishing
You're fine.
The book, The Passage, till like 6 a.m., so I woke up at like...
And you finished it. You did.
Oh, I finished it.
You did. Good.
But I woke up at like 11:30 probably and just kept hitting snooze. I had like 8 snoozes I had to press. And then told my sister to keep waking me up, kept ignoring her. Ralph called, was like, oh yeah, on my way or whatever, just lied. Then brushed my teeth quick, left. The movie started at 12:50. I was leaving for Ralph's at 12:30. It said a 24-minute drive to Ralph's, and Ralph said it was a 20-minute drive from his house. But we ended up getting there right at 1:10, so I saved 4 minutes in total. And we were sure. I mean, usually there isn't 20 minutes of previews before movies, so I'm like, fuck, I'm going to list the first 5 minutes. Oh, it's not important. I was like, oh, I got this on my phone. I'll show you. And just like, fuck. I was like, god damn it. To miss like the man who wrote and directed Whiplash's first 5 minutes. And the first 5 minutes weren't that important, honestly, in my book. But I was glad we actually caught it. Last trailer, we sat down. They did this stupid Coca-Cola, turn off your cell phone bullshit.
Yeah, the Regal ad.
Exactly. And then we watched the shit out of that fucking movie. Ralph told me to be quiet because apparently I enjoy movies too much and giggle too loudly.
No, it's just me. I need to be like freaking silent. Like that's just me. You know? That's just me.
My cunt dar is just boo boo boo. If it was like a heart monitor, just huge spikes like earthquakes. That was a 6.8 on the cunt quake scale.
You got triggered.
But yeah, I got triggered. But you got triggered. But
I'm good.
But yeah, I mean, it snuck up on me. First half, I wasn't totally with it. I'm not a musical guy, and by second half, especially the ending, they hit you with so much emotion, and there was so much deep meaning. The one melody they used over and over. A couple of the songs are beautiful. A couple I could throw away, but I mean, it had this beautiful mix of making a musical palatable for our postmodern, pretentious, ironic generation, but also just, I don't like musicals. And so one thing to help you out is it's not all music. There's fucking dialogue, which helps. And Dane Chazelle's so good at writing dialogue. And also, if he wrote a musical, he does not write lyrics. The lyrics are written by other people, so it would have been not even his film. But the dialogue was stellar, except for maybe a couple parts. And even then, it was still very good, just a little forced. But the biggest thing was that blend of realism. It was like in Narcos season 1 with the stupid that they forgot about surrealism started in Argentina, surreal realism. But it's that surreal, that molding the worlds where the fantastical can happen. And basically like how I kind of interpreted the ending was there was these, basically everybody in their life has musical is when things are perfect. You break out in song and dance, the whole world's on your side, everybody's dancing to your tune, everybody's celebrating you. And you probably get maybe 2 or 3 moments of that in your entire life. And I don't want to spoil the end. I'll just do a quick one. So just like plug your headphones for 20 seconds. When he's playing, when you see that alternate life, that's, if you could live in the music. Like that's the musical version of their life. How it should have been if you got more moments like that. If you coulda. If you made all the right. Just like if your life was a movie and you made all the right decisions so that you'd be the happiest. Which in real, so one of the gripes, you can come in back now, no more spoilers. It's like one of the gripes I always have with Parks and Rec. As beautiful and emotionally exhausting that show was, the one thing was they always had the perfect gift. The perfect, meaningful, symbolic gesture to make things okay between characters or to express love or friendship. And in real life, we're awkward fucks. We're not a writer sitting at a desk for 2 weeks coming up with the right way for the audience to get feels. We're people that have our own egos and problems and, bad moments of righteousness, moments of wickedness, and we're not capable of those perfect gestures. We can only fumble it out in words that we're embarrassed by. I'm sorry, man. I was a cunt there. Fucking, mumble. It's just, that's the one thing that's not reality. But what I love is movies aren't reality, so I'm not bitching about that. Like, it did a great job of delineating and it made the musicals more vital in that, 1 second before her going into an audition where it's all awkward and everybody looking at her and giving her the mean face. And then, I love the lights going down. They use that many times. The lights go down. Yeah. She has her big song. And then, you go back to it's like that. It reminded me, what's the thing that has a lot of that reality to non-reality? I'm trying to think of the right movie. But, I don't know. It was just fucking awesome. How about your thoughts?
Yeah, I've talked about it before, but I love this movie. Again, to bring up what you said, I don't like musicals, but I liked how this story it split the time between music and story. Yeah. Like, it balanced it out really well.
I agree.
And tough balance. My problem with musicals is that they kind of jump into songs very quickly, and it doesn't make sense. The way they introduce all the songs here, they make sense to the story, I think.
Exactly. And they sing. I hate singing dialogue. In this, it was expression. It was often one character or two characters, more using music for a feeling, which is how it should be. That's how we use soundtracks. So it was like, at first when they're both trying to pretend they don't have crushes on each other, which was beautiful, and that's the first time it snuck up on me.
And seriously, they work so well together.
They do. They should just get fucking married already and have some fucking cunt kids. But this is like their third movie together, fourth, but they do a great chemistry.
But I think Emma Stone's gonna win Best Actress.
Really?
I really do.
Her face was really ugly in this, I do have to say. Every time they zoomed in on her face, she looked like a pit bull or some type of, I realized her face, if you really, from far away, she's pretty, but the closer you get to her face, the uglier she gets. One of the few women, actually most women, but, it gets really, her face, you come to realize, it is distorted. It's, malformed. Her eyes are, too big and too wide, and her face is, too squished. She looks like a dog. She looks like those bulldogs with their mushed up faces, and they, can't they can't, breathe. I'm always expecting her to have, an asthma attack with that mushed up face. But she looks beautiful from far away, though. But, the chemistry was amazing.
The story was great. Not as good as Whiplash.
Not as good as Whiplash. But exploring a lot of the same themes, though, about, sacrificing love and things for greatness or your dream. I love the parody with John Legend of, how the only way for jazz to survive is to become this ungodly bastard it never was. And,
I thought it was funny how in real life he plays the piano, but in the movie he had to play the guitar. So
yeah, exactly. I thought that was funny, too. Yeah. And, his voice was pretty, and, I wish maybe they cleared up that little story about him getting ripped off. But and it also had a very good noir feeling, which noir is my favorite genre of books, at least. And there's very few people who do noir anymore. Basically David Fincher sometimes and Ben Affleck. That's about it. And there was some very noir, especially 1940s LA. That is the home. That is the heart of noir. That's Raymond Chandler, Dashiell Hammett, James Ellroy, Ross MacDonald. That is the core to it. And there were a couple scenes with Ryan Gosling where I just said, fuck, I want to put you in my noir miniseries so bad. Just wearing an old 1940s suit with and I guess he kind of did with Gangster Squad, although that wasn't noir from what I could tell. Never saw it, but walking, down the streets alone at night, being in the car, feeling that the jazz. Jazz and noir are fused together, and him in noir, the man loves the girl, but he fears he's a bad man, and he always lets the girl go, or she dies, and it's his fault. And so in this, he sacrificed their love for her career and all that. That was fucking noir. And when you see him alone, surviving without her, that was fucking noir. It was noir mixed with
I knew you'd like
in the
that.
rain. Yeah, exactly. I love the moody lighting. I mean, it was a hilarious movie too. I gotta say, it was funny as fuck. Like Whiplash had a couple funny, but more in like snarky family arguments and more like make you uncomfortable. Like fuck, that was funny, but it was brutal. This, it was more like that's fucking funny. I mean, I was giggling away as Ralph to Ralph's annoyance, but
I love you.
Yeah, I love you too. But like it had a lot. Like I was surprised how funny Damien. I mean, the man looks like he fucking does autoerotic asphyxiation to hentai, but he can write the fuck out of a script.
He can.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for everything he's gonna do next, except for the Neil Armstrong biopic. We gotta talk about that. Like fuck.
You wanna talk about that now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it's interesting. He's obviously teaming up again with Ryan Gosling, but he's not writing the script.
So he's not writing the script?
No.
Fuck!
I thought I told you that.
No, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, he's not writing the script.
I thought he was just doing a biopic. I was like, I prefer him doing fiction. He's betraying his roots. This man started as a writer. I don't understand why they always do this.
I don't get
they
it.
create these amazing films, and then they lose themselves and want to direct somebody else's thing, and it's not their own anymore. I don't understand it. Tarantino and Wes Anderson are like the only two people who stick to their fucking scripts. I can't fucking stand it. Why?
Yeah, it's odd. Like, so for this film, the Spotlight co-writer Josh Singer is co-writing scripts. Let's see, got Gosling. Yeah, I just want him to do his own stuff. Like, I don't get it.
He's made these amazing. He looks like a rat, but he's made these amazing because he's betraying us. He looks like a freaking Ratatouille with the Italian Ratatouille with.
That's a bad photo of him.
But it is a bad. Yeah. I mean, he looks greasy.
Holy crap.
I think they like making him look bad because he's so talented. Like they can't stand.
And he's so young, and he's already made 2 great films.
But why is he directing something he doesn't? I don't understand. I mean, he co-wrote like the Cloverfield Lane script. Like I thought he was such a great writer that he could be generous and give scripts to other people. And now he's doing, like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
Definitely disappointing.
What is he doing? I was already just bummed out because I just thought he was doing a biopic. I was like, oh, that's a little cliche Wikipedia article. But hopefully he'll make some true moments writing them himself. But now he's just fuck.
I know, man.
What the fuck?
If we had to buy or sell this, I would sell this.
I would cry into a tissue and then wipe my ass with this. It's like, why is he doing this? I literally just want to ask him, like, have you run out of ideas? Like, I would literally rather have you wait and just wait until an idea. Because I know La La Land was a script he wrote before Whiplash.
Yep.
So it must be hard to follow up the greatest movie of the past decade. But still, write something, man. Like, I mean, Quentin Tarantino never made anything better than Reservoir Dogs in my book, but I still want to see it. You know?
You think that's better than Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, by leaps and bounds.
Wow, okay.
But like Pulp Fiction had more of an impact on the industry and movie making. I mean, it's a more important film for cinema, but I'd say the better film is Reservoir Dogs. But
okay.
Just because Pulp Fiction really introduced the nonlinear narrative and sort of the postmodern aesthetic and sex, drugs. I mean, all the crime films of the 90s, impossible without Pulp Fiction.
Definitely.
And, things like Memento, impossible. all those things. But Reservoir Dogs is the better movie in my book.
I agree.
Hey, look at that. Me and Ralph agreeing about something. But, yeah, that's a fucking bummer, man.
It sucks, man.
I'm just I hate to end this on a sad note. I mean, did you have any other thoughts about La La Land?
It is my number 1 of the year. I will admit that after seeing it for a third time, it's like a tiny bit not as good just because I noticed the conflict between Mia and Sebastian didn't make a lot of sense.
I'd say it still made sense. No, like I wouldn't say
it felt forced though.
Each time. I mean, my thing is like I just kind of accept there are these certain genre bends that you have to accept. So I accept that anytime there's a romance, there has to be a reason it ends. Unless it's a movie about something other than romance. But this was a musical romance. So you need the moment where you feel sad because they break up. Honestly, though, I'm kind of with you. Almost that breakup never should happen. It should have been him sacrificing it for a career. And then it would have been even more heartbreaking.
Oh, gosh.
But that's more how I would have done it. But then the thing is, if you don't do it early, then you get towards the end and the audience knows there has to be a reason. Where it was very surprising that he comes back, gets her to go to the audition and then lets her go after all that. So I feel like that one kind of cheesy genre bend that is coming was worth it for the outcome at the end there. Right. That's why I forgive it. Like it was a little rushed. I mean, one dialogue scene, but it was still well done. Not as well done as the dining room scene in Whiplash, but I mean, I do understand where it's just if you have a romance, if it's not noir, where, you know, you're trying to solve this mystery so the romance stays solid because you want something good in this fucking world to hold on to that's giving you hope. But, you know, pretty much every other genre, romance is, you know, here's one where we break up. Oh, I'm so sad. I wish we didn't. And then, you know, they fall into each other's genitals and, you know, it ends happily. But I mean, I loved the 1940s aesthetic with the circle opening up and down and the ending panoramic vision. Like, seeing his face at the, I mean, think about the ending. They just look at each other, they nod, they smile. Like, that was, that was a novel type ending. Like, I mean, that, what he communicated on film there, that's what Ridley Scott can't do. Ridley Scott could not end a film that way with no dialogue. I mean, both his last two amazing films have been like, the last 10 minutes, there's no dialogue, and they're the most gripping cinema I've ever seen.
That's a good point.
Like, think about, the man is as good as he is at dialogue, he's a master at using them as chess pieces or like little stair steps to get to what is really the point of movies. And, with that smile and nod and the tearing up eyes, their hair both scrunched together with the love for jazz, just like, oh, brutal. And that sequence he did with them during the music, I mean, how the fuck did he come up with that?
I know.
Like, dancing as black shadows, and then, you know, going to the plane on the little world, like the whole alternate, it was like kind of like 25th Hour. And then, you know, watching the video of the family home video in 1960s, like Shutterstock.
It was beautiful, man.
It was just, it was heartbreaking. I mean, the man is so goddamn talented. And now he's doing something he didn't write. I just don't. I mean, unless this script is like the greatest script, and I'd still want him to co-write and edit it at least. I can understand him working with somebody, pull Christopher Nolan and fuck up somebody else's script at least. Like, I want to see his creative fingerprint. I don't want him to become just a music video director. I can't stand that. Unless he becomes like David Fincher, where David Fincher is like that classic old Hollywood where he directs scripts that are other people's, but he's clearly doing a lot of rewriting with them, but he's just too classy to take credit. It's clearly his film. Like, I mean, but he's also too classy to take, like, before directors would always change the script, they just wouldn't take credit until Stanley Kubrick, who was like, fuck this, I rewrote half the script, I'm taking credit. Bit of a cunt, but also understandable. And then, you know, ever since then, directors always try to attach their name when they didn't do anything, though. But David Fincher's that classic 1940s Hollywood, like Howard Hawks, who the script isn't that great, and he punches that motherfucker up. He sharpens that. I mean, if you look at every single movie besides The Social Network, the writer of the screenplay did nothing good after. Okay. All his movies were dog shit. Like, the guy who wrote the Seven screenplay wrote Wolfman with Benicio del Toro, that really bad, horrible. Do you remember that? Like,
yeah. Oh,
I'm telling you, Dave Fincher, he's the one director I'd ever want to give it because he's generous. You know, he makes the writer better than they ever would have been, and he doesn't take credit for it. Like, that man is a god.
He is.
And like, there's not many class acts like him left. I mean, God maybe got all the scripts. Aaron Sorkin admitted the script got way better through his input. And like Aaron Sorkin, you can tell, you know, he had to do kid gloves a little bit and let Aaron Sorkin do all the rewrites himself, but. I mean, there's just the only way I can accept Damien Chazelle doing this is if he does it in that David Fincher style, where his fingerprints are clearly there. He clearly wrote, but he's generous, and he doesn't require the screenplay credit.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I feel like it's this director thing where they also just they don't want to be blown more for director because that's what America blows more, the fucking auteur theory of director. True. But really, the writers deserve way more credit in my book. Granted, a little biased, but
yeah, just like, a little bit. Yeah.
It starts with the script. Everything else is translation. The movie is shit without the script. It's just the truth.
Exactly.
And you know, I don't care if Steven Spielberg's directing it. The script is dog shit. It's a dog shit movie. If the script is okay, it's an okay movie. It's just.
You want to wrap it up now?
Yeah. Is there anything else to rant about? I don't know.
No, I think we did good.
All right.
Comment down below.
Yeah.
What do you want to see next week? I know there's gonna be a lot of stuff next week dropping.
Any changes? Did we talk about the Alien Covenant trailer?
We did, yes.
Did we really? I don't think we did. I think we just talked about Ridley Scott.
I think we did mention it.
I don't think we talked about it.
Okay. You want to go now?
Quickly about that. I mean, the one thing I'm wondering is how it's going to connect as a sequel to the prequel. I'm guessing like because Guy Pearce and Naomi Rapace or Rapace, I don't know what the fuck, Rapace. I don't know what to call her. Huh?
Is it Naomi Watts?
No, it's Rapace or something. It's Rapace. But I don't know how they're going to connect it to Prometheus. I don't know if it'll just be a quick flashback because we're seeing David, Michael Fassbender, but none of the other people. And I thought Guy Pearce died in the last one.
I thought he did.
But I guess maybe not. Maybe it'll be a flashback to even before that happened.
It's going to be a lot of flashbacks.
Like, I'm wondering. I'm excited to see Billy Crudup. Billy Crudup's one of my favorite actors, so I'm really excited for him in that. It had one good line of like the, we don't know what the fuck is going on from the one chick. Clearly, it seems they're trying to make another Ripley, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll see it, but I mean, I don't really have a lot of faith in it, to be honest.
It looks visually spectacular. Like Ridley Scott, but it's all about the script.
My problem with what I've seen is that nothing looks original. Like, it just looks recycled. No,
stuff. Talk about him saying original blockbusters. This is just a prequel. This is a sequel to a prequel to a trilogy, or a quadrilogy probably by now. But it's just like, I don't know. And what's weird is David Fincher got his start on that.
That's right.
It all comes full circle. But all right, there's our breakdown. But we talked about the trailer before doing the podcast.
That's right, we did. I forget. Okay, so we did.
Yeah, but not
exactly. Now I'm just looking forward to some trailers next week. There's a couple that's gonna drop: Justice League and
all right.
And
get on those.
Definitely, and the trailer for The Circle, starring Tom Hanks. So we'll definitely check that out. We'll talk about it next week. But yeah, Trent, where can they find you?
Nowhere. My one message will be, don't be a fuckhead or a cunt and try not to rape anybody.
So as long as you do those two things, you're set, basically.
Pick 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3? Okay. But yeah, if you're going to find me on all social media stuff, just at my name, Ralph Nordic, and on cinesportstalk.com. But yeah, definitely check those out. And
Ralph has a great top 10 end of the year list you should check out. Some
top
really
10
interesting
list,
films on there.
Spoiler alert, Suicide Squad did not make it. Sorry. Sorry, you DC fuckboys.
Yeah, sorry, DC fuckboys. I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, you don't need to.
I don't see anything.
You don't need to. You saw La La Land.
I saw La La Land. That is all that matters.
Exactly.
This year. All right, see you, cunts.
Peace out. Peace out, mother Fs.